So, you've seen someone deal a lot of damage in Gunsmoke frontline and decided to copy the strat. But all you get is a lousy score instead? Well, I could tell you that that is half skill issue, half build issue. Because of the scoring system in the game, which gives you less and less score the lower the boss HP is, even if you have lesser build than people, you should not be this far apart, unless you're doing something wrong. In this guide, I will cover the skill issue, so at the very least, you could say that it's a build issue if you deal shit scores. Special thanks to Snow for giving me permission to yoink stuff from their Google Docs. Link is in the description as well. Also, this might not be the best guide or a good guide at all because it was for my platoon, but I figured might as well share it with others. At the very least, I hope you learned something here. Either you learn about the boss mechanics, and now you deal more damage, or you learn that I'm a good smoke bomber. In this video, we will talk about the boss mechanics. But if you want to learn more, feel free to check on my Google Docs, cause honestly, it's quite long. But this goes into details on how it works, how to increase your damage by calibration, choosing your substats, how crit values works, and the crazy importance of flat attack. Also, common keys and covenant. There's also a task team with videos from my friend about the team and who to borrow. Link is in the description once again. The boss has 65 stability points, and for every stability point while the boss is not broken, it gains 1% damage resistance. This is why you should hit with the supports first if possible, unless to cleanse, which we will discuss about it later. The shield also recharges every 2 turns after it was broken as well. Now, the boss have 4 skill and a passive. First 2 are kinda whatever, because it will only damage you. Blazing Judgment will hit the closest, meanwhile Universal Judgment will hit everyone on the field. Then there's Scattered Cross Prison that attack you in a 3x7 cross-shaped area around the user. For each enemy target hit, it will deal 2 points of fixed stability damage. The Shield Thing. And if there's at least 6 targets, gain Tenacity for 2 turns. Tenacity is defense down for the boss by a whopping 50% and increases stability damage by 1. Now, this is why Papasha is important in Gunsmoke. But does it need to be in every team though? Unless you have a good Macchiato and KJ, similar to Whale's territory, it's still better to have both of them in a team. There are nearly zero reason for you to be tanking this hit, especially if you don't have heal and or Papasha in the team, because all it does is 10 stability damage maximum. You could tank this if you want to, but you're risking your units to be low HP, which the next skill don't want you to. Keep in mind that this skill can make the boss break earlier because the order is your turn, then the enemy turn. So if the boss uses the skill while at 10 stability points, it will break on that turn. This will become a key to deal huge damage to the boss later. And the last one, Sword of Damocles, is the skill that gives you damage. TLDR, it will aim at the closest one, and on the next turn, it will hit that unit. If that unit has more than 65% HP, the boss will get Guilty 2 debuff, which increases its damage taken by 35%, and 5% more for every 10% of HP you have past 65%. So, if you have 96% HP, the boss will take 50% extra damage. Now, this is very important, because 50% damage is a lot, even when the boss still has stability damage. But you should line up if possible with the stability break. Then, it's time for its passive. The boss has cringe-ass passive called Edifice. It will give them 25% defense for every stack, and -1 stack every time the boss is getting attacked. The easiest way to combat this is to cleanse this. Every time we cleanse the buff, we'll get 1 stack of siege, which is basically 15% more damage. The more you have, the higher your damage is, and the better your score is. Simple. One buff cleanse usually cleanses all stacks of Edifice, so you don't need to worry about it too much. There are several units that can cleanse as well. The first is Kyungju, or Kije, with her fixed key efficient planning. The second one is Tololo with her fixed key, Galactic Cruise. And the last one is Stenia with its thermal recovery. For this Gunsmoke, here are the teams I personally use and get around 6000 score daily. I know it's not much, but at least it's better than half, if not most of my platoon. More info about how they work and why I chose them in the Google Docs once again. Feel free to check it out. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like and subscribe and all that jazz. I will be posting more GFL2 content soon, so stay tuned.